I want to close by addressing personally our Muslim listeners today. I imagine that most of you have probably been raised in Muslim homes and perhaps even in Muslim culture. And I think you would agree that being raised in a certain way doesn't provide a good reason for thinking that that religion is true. If a Christian were to say that I believe Christianity is true because that's how I was raised, you would think that was a pretty weak argument. In exactly the same way, I think many Muslims today are beginning to ask themselves, how do I really know that Islam is true? And as a result, many Muslims are succumbing to the temptations of the new atheism and to agnosticism. Now, I think that's wholly unnecessary and unwarranted. I think there are good arguments for the existence of God. And so I believe that we should be theists. But the question of where you go beyond that to what sort of theism, Islamic or Christian theism, I think is going to depend upon the person of Jesus of Nazareth. Who was Jesus of Nazareth? He was more, I believe, than just a mere prophet of God. He claimed to be the long-awaited Messiah, the Son of God in a unique sense, and the divine human Son of Man. And he was crucified for these allegedly blasphemous claims. But I believe that there is good historical evidence that God raised Jesus from the dead. And by doing that, he vindicated in a public and unequivocal sense the truth of those allegedly blasphemous claims for which he was crucified. And for that reason, I am a convinced and ardent Christian theist. And so I would simply want to invite you to begin to look at the person of Jesus and the evidence for him and his resurrection. We have thousands of resources available free of charge on our website, reasonablefaith.org. And I would invite you to view or to read those resources and to ask yourself, could this really be true? Could the Christian God actually be the true God? And I think if you'll do that, it could change your life in the same way that it changed mine.